So then we come to Barzilla, who had the Enoch and Japheth that you are part of today. We believe they came to the Olympia area around 1824. The first deed we saw recorded for Japheth was 1828 in the Olympia area. When Barzilla apparently left Marybelle, I don't know if I mentioned that, Jesse, when he came to Pamlico County, he settled on Bay River in the Marybelle area around Chapel Creek. Again, you'd have to be familiar with the county, but most of you do know that, right off of Highway 306, I think it is. And then Barzilla moved down to Goose Creek. So a lot of Holtons in the Goose Creek, Arapahoe area, they're your cousins also, just like Enoch and Japheth are. But Barzilla, we're not sure if he ever came to Olympia. We may or may not, but we do know that Enoch and Japheth did, and that's where they settled down. And I just wanted to mention that I have copies of wills, deeds, and some books over here, but Japheth had about 800 acres of land. And in his will, he gave to each of his 4 sons 200 acres of land, and his 2 daughters, Martha, and I just pulled a blank, the other one, $300. I think the other one had died. But of the 200 acres of land, it went to Henry Smith Holton. So any of Henry Smith Holton's family here want to stand up? Manila, Henry Smith Holton, Terry, I need you to stand up. I know Terry's here. Yeah, here's a whole table full right here in front of me. You guys stand up. Terry has something he wants to share with you, and while Terry's getting that, though, I'll go on because I need to cut this off. Nan said she's going to give me the signal, but the 200 acres that his family got. You can look around that 200 acres today, and you can still see relatives, Henry's and Hugh's family living on that property. The other son, Barzilla, if you look around the area that Barzilla got the 200 acres is where Mary Holton died. We all called her Aunt Mary. Where April Cash's house is, and then Tony and his family, Angela, they own some. Jack and Michael and Gladys's children own some land back in there. That was all part of Barzilla's share of the 200. Then you move on up the road to where my family lives, Charles and Jim and all of them, and look around. And Kate, Wilford's land, all that 200 acres, there's family living there. Kate and Wilford's part went to Harvey, and then Harvey gave Kate 100 acres, and Japheth got 100 acres. So, but still, Holtons are living on that property today. In fact, Jim Holton, the third that's here, is the 4th or 5th generation still farming the property, and we appreciate Jim doing that. So I'm going to ask all of Japheth's family, anybody under Harvey Bryan to stand up. Oh yeah, both sides.
Oh, cousins.
Okay. All right, Terry is up here now, but no, let me finish those stuff. But Charles Dallas Holton, he was a little further up the road, and that was Mac's great-great-granddaddy. And property's still there, of course, but I don't believe there's actually a family member living on that property at this time, is there, Mac? I don't think so. But still, up until a few years ago, there were. Okay. Here, Terry. Terry has something he wants to share.
Well, we're looking for, can you hear me back there? I'm holding this close enough. How about this? That get it? Okay, usually you speak into the microphone before it can spread your words out. When our grandmother passed away, my mother being the oldest child, she was up with her quite a bit. In fact, she moved out to the home place with my mother and father, passed her last days there. She asked my mother to get some things that of the family of great importance. I have here a family Bible with Japheth Holton's name on it. The date on this book in the center of it reads 1829. It is so fragile that I don't dare open it up and move too many pages because it is that tender. Never been refrigerated or anything. It's just been in a plastic bag, just the way my grandmother left it. It stays in a vault, but I just wanted to share that with everybody. This is something very old and very dear.
Thank you, Terry. Yes, he wanted to bring it, but he really didn't want me or anybody to be bubbling through it. So anyway, but I said I want you to share it. So now let's move over to Enoch's family. Enoch Tyson Holton. A lot of you are here today. I don't think there's anybody here from Marie Elvira's family, but I just learned recently that my granddaughters are very good friends of some of Marie Elvira's great-granddaughters, and they had no idea, so that's been a fun thing to share with them. Today we do have with us members of the Jesse Walker Pipkin family. Jesse Walker Pipkin was known, and sounds like Pipkin is his last name, but it's not. It's his middle name. He had 3 names. Connie Brunson is here, and Connie, can you stand up, Connie? Connie's daddy was, granddaddy was Enoch Tyson Holton, and there's a picture of Enoch Tyson Holton and her great-grandmother standing here by an old house. Jesse Walker Pipkin Holton is actually buried on the corner of Lelandon Road and Noose Road. There are 3 graves there. It's just a little spot. There's a cross hanging there. And it's he and his wife Barbara and one of their children. Another one of the children they had was Tabitha, who was named after her mother, Tabitha. And then we had the Isaac Pipkin family, who married Rebecca Robinson. And Janet Potter, that I mentioned earlier, that has been working with Bill and me, is part of that family. Now, and then we have the Alonzo Jerkins or Alonzo Jenkins. So it depends on what you're looking at sometime as to how you see that name. But anyway, today is Alonzo Jerkins. And Alonzo married Mary James Lewis. First he married Mary Frances. Remember I said her, I don't know, it's gone now. Anyway, she didn't live very long, probably died at childbirth, because a lot of women did, unfortunately. But he has a big family. He had a son named John. He had Alexander Campbell, Augustus Latham, Ella Grace, Isaac Pipkin, and I know there's a bunch of Isaac Pipkin Holton family here. So will you stand? All the Isaac, Pipkin, Holton. Y'all had a big crowd come today. Yeah. That's great. He also had Minnie, Charlie Jane, Cornelia, Wilford Hall Holton. Well, all the Wilford Hall Holton grandchildren, great-grandchildren stand. Very good. And he had a daughter named Emily Florence. Now, some of you didn't stand, but I think you were supposed to stand. So, Wilford and Kate's grandchildren, all our grandchildren stand, because some of you didn't stand.
You're in trouble.
Great, how about, okay, I'm trying to get down to Aunt Grace's. Aunt Grace's, Wilford's, I didn't see Aunt Grace's family. Did y'all stand? Oh, okay. Did y'all stand? I didn't think so. Okay, because you're Wilford's grandchildren. Okay, all right. So, how do I want to put this? All of Alonzo's relatives stand, because I know there's a bunch of you here. All of Alonzo's. Come on, stand up. Y'all. Matt, you're Alonzo.
Why are we here?
Yeah, because Alonzo had a big family. So now the rest of you should belong under Japheth, except Connie. I know she's under Enoch Tyson, and she's the only one here from Enoch Tyson's family. So now all of Japheth's family stand up. Obviously, y'all don't know who you belong to. All of Jim Holton's family, Kate's family, Wilford's family, yeah. Okay. Anyways, you get my point where our kind of moves them around. Okay. I want to do one thing, and I'm looking for, let's see. I need 2 people that are first cousins to come up here.
You're getting married. The wedding.
Okay. Okay.
We're guinea pigs.
So, let's see. We've got Samuel and Maris. I don't know if this is going to work. Hold on. Okay. I need some younger. Okay, so these are first cousins. Okay? So you've heard first cousin and first cousin once removed. Okay. But I don't have any younger ones in front of them. Let's see. So, no, y'all are okay. So, Nan and Bill. Nan and Bill come up here. No, you 2 need to stay. You stay. Okay, whatever you stay. No. Bill and Nan. No, I just need Bill and Nan. Wait a minute, Maris. I'm not through with you. I don't need Janice. I need. Okay, Maris, you stand over here.
This is the Mormon side of the family.
Okay, so Bill and Nan are first cousins, okay? Okay. Maris, now you can stand in front of Nan.
Except she'll hide.
Bill, where is William? William, I need William. And for you, if you don't know, William is Bill's son. Okay. Stand in front of your dad. So, William and Maris are second cousins. Okay. Bill, step aside. No, I mean, William, step aside. I'm sorry. So now, Maris is first cousin once removed from Bill. She's a generation below Bill. Bill and Nan are first cousins, same generation. She's the next generation. So that's the once removed. And if there were a child standing there in front of her, that would be second removed. But their children would be third cousins. I don't know if you want to know that or not, but that's enough. Okay. Yeah, there's a third cousin, yeah. One more thing I wanted to mention today is, and I can't get I won't be able to walk over there, but this is an old communion set that was Barzilla. Barzilla and Mary Holton. He died in 1921. She died in 1893. They took communion to the old Broad Creek Church with this communion set. And after they passed away, his daughter, Mary Dunn, we knew her as Aunt Mary, she did the communion at the Broad Creek Church. Now, I can't vouch if she used that set or not. I know it was her daddy and mother's, the set they used, because I didn't start going to that church till 1959, and I think they were using something different then. But that is a very, very old communion set, and it has their pictures in the front. So I just wanted to point that out, that's on display. And it's on display at the Heritage Center in Grantsboro. And what up, Pat Prescott, you brought something else today from the map. There's an, no, what did you bring, Pat? I'm sorry. Oh, Enoch's Bible is on display right here, and it's also on display at the museum. Again, very old, very fragile. Now, last thing, has everybody stood? I hope so, because each and every one of you are so important. And each and every one of you are part of this legacy. And I just hope that you will continue to appreciate your legacy, to do some genealogy yourself. And I have a lot of stuff on the computer, and so does Bill Holton. And both of us would be available and very glad, I think Bill would, yeah, to show you anything we have. And if you want to come by our house sometime, that would be great too. I do have for you 30 copies, like I said, of some work that I've done, thanks to Bill and Janet's input. And I'll share that with you as you're getting ready to leave. I think that's all I have to say. I'm just going to ask Bill. I keep losing people. Bill, would you like to say something? And Nan, thank you. And Janice helped decorate today. Thank you, Janice. Thanks to all who came and did something. Most importantly, thank you for coming, and thank you for your patience in me trying to do this. Sure, I've left out some things, but hopefully it will be covered in your book. All right, and what we really want you to do is visit with your cousins.
Uh-oh, wait. All right, before everybody visits with their cousins, let's get you all up here so we can take a group reunion picture. So 100 years from now, they can be pointing to your pictures, trying to figure out who you are. So everybody get up front, please. Pretend like you all like each other and get close together. Your first cousins, please be careful.